When we map out local economic engines, we usually picture vast tech hubs or sprawling manufacturing plants. We look for the largest visible footprint. This visualization tracks the cumulative economic impact of a single state-licensed school, Louisville Beauty Academy. The estimated total reaches $20 to $40 million in local activity. The academy achieves this footprint without processing federal student loans, guaranteeing employment, or selling illusions of overnight success. How does an institution with legally cautious, fiercely modest promises generate this scale of civic value? To understand the math, we have to look past the polish and glamour of the beauty industry. The answer lies in the grueling, highly structured reality of the working adult student. This chart maps the official path for a Louisville Beauty Academy student. If we look specifically at the first column, the while enrolled phase, we see a process that demands constant output. These students are often parents, immigrants, and gig workers. They balance strict educational requirements with night shifts, ride-hailing apps, and caregiving duties. Regional labor data shows these workers are typically cashiers, Uber drivers, or maids, making $13 to $16 an hour. A flexible clock-hour schedule allows them to train without abandoning those critical wages. Instead of routing students into extensive federal debt pipelines, the academy uses a direct pay model. Students stretch out their tuition payments in smaller increments over time. Because they avoid high federal borrowing and keep their day jobs, these students are actively injecting their service industry wages straight back into the local economy at the exact same time they study. Moving to the center of the flowchart, we hit the graduation and licensure columns. The state board requirements take over. This container represents Kentucky Regulation 201 KAR 12.082. A cosmetology license requires 1,500 hours of training. Students must fit this education around jobs. After finishing, they must pass strict state board exams. Success in this field is an obstacle course. It requires transforming raw, persistent effort into a legally recognized, state-regulated credential. Look at the final column on the far right of the flowchart. This is the contribution phase, where the newly licensed professional begins lawful work. Bureau of Labor Statistics data puts mean annual wages for beauty professionals in Louisville between $41,000 and $59,000. To keep our estimate cautious, we use a proxy of just $10,000 to $20,000 per person to represent a baseline annual contribution. When we multiply that fraction by the school's public milestone of nearly 2,000 graduates, the arithmetic reaches that $20 to $40 million total. Substantial economic impact doesn't require high-income outliers. It is achieved by scaling consistent workforce entry across thousands of disciplined people. That earned money does not just sit in a vault. It immediately enters the local community with high velocity. This flowchart breaks down that $10,000 to $20,000. Data shows half of this newly generated income cycles instantly into housing and transportation, rent, gas, and groceries. Lawful employment also routes these graduates into state and federal tax systems. Louisville Beauty Academy's specific model, combining flexible clock hours with a direct pay system, makes this transition possible for adults whose lives are too constrained for traditional full-time college schedules. A true net positive is the disciplined, unglamorous stabilization of working families, which quietly forms the core economic layer where households move toward long-term stability.